I want to take you through a video series on helping your people through change. We are in a time of daily constant change that we've never had before. And we need to help and lead people through this changes that you may be having in going back to work, in personal circumstances, in government changes. So it's all around us. And I want to take you through a process using Kubler-Ross change curve, as you can see here. And I'm just going to talk through it today, and then the next video will be strategies to help people move through the various stages and to help people. So people go into shock initially when they get some news and change put upon them, whether it's organizational change or a sense of ways of working. And then they go into a denial stage. And denial stage is a little bit of putting our head in the sand and starting to ignore it, don't believe it, don't want it to happen. But in essence, they're starting to look for evidence. Is this really true? And is this really going to happen? And then they move into more of a very vocal stage, the frustration stage, where they start becoming more emotional, more angry, more cross, and very much heightened in their emotion. You can see frustration in that whole sort of body language. And then they go into, say, depression, not so much clinical depression, but their mood is really low. They've got low energy, motivation. They just can't bother to do anything, and it just seemed a bit lost in that sense. And then they start to experiment. They have a try, they have some initial engagement with the new change, the new way of working, perhaps, and start to dabble in it and sort of toe in the water and experiment with that. And then they start to make some decisions to almost accept this change and learn how they can embrace it, how they can take it on, and they start to feel more positive. They get a lot more motivation, their energy is high, and then ultimately they integrate it into their new way of working in their life, and those changes are part of who they are now, and they just sort of crack on. So that's the changes that people go through in terms of the emotional impact of people through a change. So what I'm going to talk about next will be how to move people from denial through to sort of frustration and the strategies that will help them. Thanks for listening.